being a better husband so you can be a better father. And then we ask for tips, just, from our panelists on being a better father. Now, as Christian men, we believe that we should be husbands before we become fathers. It is not generally held in wider society, but as Christian men, we believe that it's important for us to be husbands before we become fathers, right? So how does this, and it goes back to the point you were making earlier, that my relationship with the child is going to be influenced based on how I treat
his mother.
So you can pick up on that now.
Again, it takes you back to the principle of love and how it is demonstrated within your household. If a child sees love, then the child will have no alternative but to grow with love. It's what they see. That's the most prominent thing before them. If they see you have a relationship with their mom that says, Mommy seems very happy. When dad is around, she's happy. And I hear them laughing all the time. And when we're going anywhere, I see him and her holding hands. And I see him opening the car door for her. Those things that they are seeing is also telling them that that person's supposed to do that for me. I'm supposed to do that for that person further on too. And because they're doing it, it must be a good thing.
Right. Copy.
It's a copy. You understand? So that's important. Now, if a child sees you beating up on mommy, what you think they're gonna say?
That's the way to go.
What you think them all think? They're gonna say, boy, that seems like a workable thing. I mean, and whenever you have a situation where a parent is bad-mouthing another parent before a child,
that's dangerous.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
Recipe for disaster. So we have to give the right example
at all times.
That our children will make that kind of thing. Don't be afraid to say, I love you. Let them hear.
No, hug her.
Yes, man.
Let's listen to this one. Again, coming from Adventist Home, chapter 34, I think. Yes, it says, let the husband and the wife study each other's happiness, never failing in the small courtesies and little kindly acts that cheer and brighten the life. Perfect confidence should exist between husband and wife. Together, they should consider their responsibilities. Together, they should work for the highest good of their children. Yes. Never should they, in the presence of the children, criticize each other's plans or question each other's judgment. Let the wife be careful not to make the husband's work for the children more difficult, and let the husband hold up the hands of his wife, giving her wise counsel and loving encouragement. So it kind of, ties in clearly with what you're saying here, that it should be a situation where, this treatment, the little acts of kindness and so on. And it is quite easy to become bitter in a marriage. Is it not? Quite easy. There's much fuel, much fodder.
There's much fuel and there's a whole heap of fire to light the fuel.
Yes. Right? Because in the natural course of life, people will have disagreements. But to make matters worse is that men and women view things completely differently. And it is quite interesting that sometimes the quote-unquote problem that you think that the wife has, that you want to fix, she doesn't need it to be fixed.
No.
She wants it to be listened to.
Precisely.
Right?
That's
and
it.
when the matter is brought to you, being the fixer you are,
Oh,
you're
right.
looking for the nearest screwdriver.
Yes,
Yes, to fix the problem.
Hammer.
Nearest tool.
Nearest.
Fix it, yes.
The toolbox is in the car, honey. The
It's a
toolbox-
kit.
It's a kit.
Yes, man.
Fixing, man.
And the thing is, it is not to be fixed.
No, because
Maybe
it's not a quick fix.
It's not a quick fix, right? And you are confused
Of course.
because they say that generally speaking, men tend to be logical. So if you put a problem before us,
You
it
seek a solution.
seeking
Yeah,
a
man.
solution. But you know,
Natural.
sometimes women don't approach things like that. They want you to listen. They want you to hear, and that alone is enough.
It's good enough.
Is enough,
Yeah, man.
right?
Active listening.
So we have our differences. However, we're being encouraged here that our relationship as husband should be such that we are still able to be kind and to be loving and to do those things that would set the example
For
from
the
which
children.
our children
Children
can
will
be.
learn.
And that's
All right.
important.
So let's wrap up now with
I just want to make a point here.
Okay, cool.
One of the things that having children around and these things must happen genuinely is the fact that the way it was mentioned that the way the both parents are supposed to live with each other. And as a father, when you're out there on the street, no matter what it is, straight home you want to head.
Of course.
And once you realize, listen, you just want to head home, something must be there. You won't have to go home to.
Home is a good place to be.
You understand?
There are two things. And I don't know. You can finish your point, brother. That's it?
Yeah, we will.
But there are two things I don't want us to downplay, and I don't want for us to pass away. Two important things. One of them is the importance of laughing.
Yes.
It may seem simple, but some men can be so stone-faced, like them face washing a cement wall.
And life rules.
And that juice. And they take it home to their families, Brother Sterling. And they don't laugh.
You make a joke.
They don't play with the children. The children don't find them for my pick them call me living idiot sometimes. And I'm happy with that.
Can't tell her.
Because I will laugh about some things and like cry with them. And they will call me and say, let them just hear this.
Yes.
And we will laugh. You must laugh with your family. Laugh
Yes,
with your
sir.
children, man. Laugh with
Let
them.
down your hair.
As the proverbial let down your hair.
These things happen
No,
when they're
not
younger.
inhibition.
Yeah.
Don't, you can't, when you reach home, you can't say, boy, forget to do this. You can't, boy.
No, I can't do it again. Not with the children. Another thing, our families look to us for security
At, every farm.
in every form. Very serious. Our daughters want to get the feeling, and they have that feeling that my daddy can protect me.
Anywhere.
Even at the number one security for
You know,
me.
when
And they live with that feeling.
And when you will like me.
You understand? So you can imagine how disappointed some of them may feel when we hear our fathers abusing their daughters.
What?
Not that in itself is another discussion entirely.
Right.
But I'm saying our wives expect to feel safe
See,
because of our presence.
true.
They expect us. The children expect to feel safe because daddy there.
Again, chapter 34, Adventist Home. Give some of your leisure hours to your children. Become acquainted with them. Associate with them in their work and in their sports. And win their confidence. Cultivate a friendship with them, especially with your sons. In this way, especially underline.
Underline.
Yes, sir.
In this way, you will be a strong influence for good. The father should do his part toward making home happy.
Right.
Whatever his cares and business and perplexities, they should not be permitted to overshadow his family.
Don't bring up your
He
family.
should enter his home with smiles and pleasant words.
Brother Bronte, listen to me. Leave that issue on the desk.
Listen,
And if it leave the office, leave it out the door.
No,
Don't
okay,
walk
no
to
work,
door.
no.
listen. You know what was said. What brought me back to this was the cement.
Yes,
Oh.
man.
The
You can't stiff like that and sour
So it
face.
says, smile